Hey everyone, it's Nathan Rose here, the author of Chess Opening Names, and a piece of advice today to improve your chess, which many people don't put into practice. And that's the importance of improving your physical health if you want to improve your chess. I mean, there's plenty of reasons to be healthier, looking better, feeling better, living longer, but if none of those are motivation enough, and improving your chess is the thing that tips you over the edge, well, so be it. And it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true that this can make a big difference to your results. I think chess players overall have a reputation, fairly, I would say. It's fair that most chess players are not in the best shape. I'm talking about club level, tournament level players. If you just survey the room of chess players, they tend to be, let's say, not eating the best, not exercising enough. There's a few beer bellies there, let's be honest. And maybe it's because the sport attracts those who are more into indoor pursuits, right? They don't enjoy sweating, they don't enjoy exercise so much, and this is kind of the thing that's pushed them to chess in the first place. But the ancient Romans had an old saying which I really like, which is mens sana in corpore sano, which means a sound mind and a sound body. Top level chess players understand this, and they have understood this for centuries actually, going all the way back to a player named Pietro Carrera, who was active all the way back in the 17th century. I'm just going to read a quote to you from Carrera. Translated, of course, he was Italian, but the English version of this is: someone who has to play an important game should avoid filling his stomach with heavy foods, since these are prejudicial to serious mental activity and affect the vision. And also, a chess player must practice sobriety. So that's the importance of your diet. Carrera realized this over 400 years ago, so should you. Second example, a little more recent, going back to the early 20th century, a player named Jacques Mises. There's an opening named after him actually, 1d3. Not a great opening, but the player was a strong player from the early 20th century. He was never quite at the level to challenge for the World Chess Championship, but he played with all the top guys. Like, he was at the same tournaments as Lasker and Tarrasch and Reti and Nimzovich, these sorts of players he was competing with, and he would compete with them on a good, even footing. The really notable thing about Jacques Mises, though, was his longevity in the game. He played well into his 80s at a high level, and he was 64 years as a chess professional. And the reason for this was he had a strict adherence to a daily exercise regime. Now, he was ahead of his time in this regard. Back then, a lot of the players would smoke, and a lot of them also didn't live very, very long. But Jacques Mises was an exception, and this is why he had such a long, distinguished career. And then, all the way up to the modern day, we've got the best example of the player who's got more stamina, more endurance than anyone. That is, of course, Magnus Carlsen, the Norwegian Grandmaster, 5-time World Chess Champion, famously physically fit. He runs, he does yoga, he plays basketball. He's even been known to travel to tournaments with his own personal chef. That's how seriously he takes his physical exercise regime. So, this all adds up to the advice. If you want to gain an edge over your competition, you've got to do the things that your competition are not doing. All the competition are memorizing their openings, their training tactics, they're studying their endgames, but not too many of them are taking good care of their physical health. So if you can eat well, exercise regularly, it's going to lead to better powers of concentration, you're going to sleep better, and you're going to perform better when it comes time to show up to the board, especially for those long classical games which can drag out to 3-4 hours or even more. So look, I hope that's helpful. I hope that gives you some pause for thought and something to implement more importantly.